Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and on today's video we'll be taking a look at how to speed up a slightly old laptop, or basically just get more speed out of your Ethernet with a simple USB device. Keep watching to find out more. Okay, so in today's video we'll be taking a look at the cable matters USB Type A, Type C and Thunderbolt 3 adapter. This is a 2.5 Gigabit Ethernet adapter, which is also backwards compatible with Gigabit and also 10100. And for the price of it, I think this is actually a really useful little tool to have just as a spare in your kit box if you're a tech, or if you just need to upgrade an item. Maybe you've just upgraded to 2.5 Gigabit Ethernet with one of your new switches, which we've done some videos on already, which you can check out in the links below. This is going to make things a lot easier for you. This is actually a really cool device. Most of the time, these will install plug and play, no problems at all. But a clever little trick up this one's sleeve is there is actually a built-in ROM, so it actually mounts a CD. So when you install it into your computer for the very first time, you'll get a pop-up saying there's an autoplay that can run if you want it to. You can install drivers directly from the unit. So if you have only maybe got one USB port on your laptop, this is going to be fine. You don't have to worry about downloading any drivers or having access to the internet or being able to transfer a driver from a CD or another USB stick. It's all built in on one little unit, which is absolutely brilliant. So let's take a look at the device itself and see what it is we actually get. So taking out of the box, not a lot. You get the actual unit itself. There is also a very small kind of warranty and information card. But what we're more concerned about is this little beauty itself. So on one end, RJ45 connection, as you'd expect, with some activity lights to tell you connectivity and also speeds that you're reaching, etc. On the top, Cable Matters logo, and there is also a blue LED to tell you that it's actually active and working. Cable-wise is where it gets really interesting. So, as standard, on the end there, you've got the USB Type-C connection, obviously Thunderbolt as well, and taken off the cap, it reveals a USB 3 Type-A connection. So this is going to fit with pretty much most devices. USB 2 is supported, but obviously you won't probably get such high speeds, but certainly if you want to use it on a USB 2 connection you can. Ideally you want to be on USB 3 or on a Thunderbolt connection. So yeah, nice and easy, and also the fact that you're not going to lose it very easily because it is kind of semi-captive on there, so you can use whichever you want to. The cable itself probably could have done with being a little bit longer for some people, but certainly works absolutely fine. And all you need to do is literally find a super speed port on your laptop, like on the side here, and all you want to do is plug it in, and that is pretty much it for most devices. So Windows 7, 8.1, Windows 10 and Windows 11 is just going to install, and it's going to end up in Device Manager, and you'll see in Device Manager that it's capable of full duplex 2.5 Gigabit Ethernet. Then all we need is an Ethernet cable. So this cable itself, just a regular Ethernet cable, Cat5e, plug it into the socket. And that is it. Now we're connected via our 2.5 Gigabit Ethernet switch. Again, obviously, if you want to, you can use just Gigabit. But I think with this, realistically, because of the price, if you're looking for a standard 10100 one of these in USB, you're looking around about £10. If you're looking for a Gigabit version with just Type A connection, you're looking at somewhere about £15 to £20. This one's actually £22, but does give you that 2.5 Gigabit Ethernet option, and also gives you USB 3, and also Type-C and Thunderbolt, so you can't really go wrong for the money. Going on to the computer itself, so if we do a quick test, actually, let me unplug that. We'll do a quick test and we'll show you what the results are like just doing a simple test using LAN Speed Test. This is using the onboard Wi-Fi. And as you can see, the results are pretty abysmal. It takes absolutely forever to do the test. And yeah, the results are less than perfect. Obviously, that is on Wi-Fi, so Wi-Fi isn't always going to be the best depending where you are. For us in the UK, with our stone-built houses and concrete and lots of metal in the walls, all that kind of stuff from RSJs, we don't get the best signals anyway. Obviously, plugging it into an Ethernet port, a Gigabit port or 10100 is going to be an improvement on that. But it's when we actually plug this in and use this full 2.5 Gigabit Ethernet, things get much better. Now, something to bear in mind as well, obviously, because you're trying to pump through an awful lot of data, you may find that your write speeds are going to be a little bit less than your read speeds. For a lot of you, probably read speeds are going to be more important if you're trying to download movies or that kind of stuff. That is where you're going to see the most benefits of this. But let's do the speed test anyway and see what we get. So as you can see, much quicker. We're looking at over 100 megabytes per second on the right, which is pretty much what this laptop is probably capable of doing, but the download speeds are significantly better at over 240 megabytes per second, which is absolutely brilliant. So overall, if you're looking for a USB Ethernet adapter, I would say probably at this time now, when 2.5 gigabit is becoming more and more popular and gigabit is pretty much the norm, buying a 10100 is probably false economy. Even buying a gigabit one now, for the sake of the extra couple of pounds that it means to get that future-proofing and also the flexibility of using USB 3, Type-C and also Thunderbolt if you need to, I think this is a really good buy. But what I think about this isn't important, what you think about it is, so let us know in the comment section what you think about it. Is it worth upgrading your components to 2.5 gigabit Ethernet? I guess it is somewhat of a niche market at the moment, but sooner or later it is going to become the norm. So anyway, that has been the Cable Matters USB Type-C and Type-A and Thunderbolt 2.5 gigabit Ethernet adapter. I've been Mike, this is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.